Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. With these two defenses on the field, this game might not fit the modern definition of flashy, unless your definition of flashy is some guy flying in to light somebody up. Hits will be delivered often, and they will be delivered with authority in this game. Which offense can manage that best might determine who comes out on top. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Both teams have sent their special teams onto the field, and we're ready for the opening kickoff. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Seminoles, in talking with them this week, Kirk, it's just interesting, their perspective on this kid, how good he is, and how much they can lean on him.
Yeah, you and I had a chance to visit with not only the coaches, but the player himself. And I got a real good vibe walking out of those meetings and thinking that he's going to have a huge game. The coaches seem confident in being able to get him to football in different areas on the field. This kid has a look in his eye that I haven't seen in a long time, where he just wants to have a chance to have an impact on the game and on the outcome. And I'll be shocked if they can slow him down.
From their own 20-yard line. First down. Gains his way to the 29-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Watch the team. Watch the team. Watch the team.
Ready. Red 18. Red 18.
And they make the stop at the 30-yard line.
That'll make it 35.
From their own 30-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
And he's tackled at about the 37-yard line.
I thought there was a chance he'd be brought down before getting to the markers. It was a great effort there to get beyond for the first down.
Looks quick to his tight end, and he can't hang on.
I know this quarterback trusts his arm and his receivers, but he's got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. Scrambling around. He's at midfield, and he's taken down at the 47-yard line.
The defense doesn't seem to have an answer right now. They might need to change up some of their schemes.
He's on the run, and they got him.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
Second and 13. Ball on the 50. They come out in a 5-wide set.
As long as they're making completions and positive yards when they go to the air, then it can't be too bad of a play.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Caught over the middle. Brought down at the 37-yard line. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the first down.
That's not an easy conversion here on third down for the offense. All the defense has to do is stay back, keep everything in front of them, come up and make a tackle.
And he's got to be happy with that punt, Kirk.
Yeah, Brad, that was nice. So now they're looking at a long way to go to even think about a score.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
Here we go.
He's taken down around the 4-yard line.
You know, it looked to me like he should have made the pitch, but he kept it instead and wound up going backwards.
It's second down. This is a scary spot deep in their own territory.
Watch 9. Watch 9.
Runs left and can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Never really had a shot. They were on him almost as soon as he took the handoff.
Third down.
And down he goes at the 8. They'll bring him down at the 37. Pretty good job by the return man there. Every drive's important in a tie game. I look for both sides to come out with some urgency. Nice gain as he works the right side.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it second and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down.
Watch your team. Watch your team. Watch your team.
Ready.
Tackle around the 31-yard line.
That'll bring up third and 4.
Throws on the run, interception.
The pressure up front is really what did it. The coverage was good, and maybe it confused him, but it was the heat that forced a bad throw.
From their own 26-yard line, it's first down. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That'll bring up second and 3.
Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
False start, offense.
Just a mental lapse, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still second down.
From their own 28-yard line, second down.
The defense had that one called perfectly. That's a big play on that loss.
That'll make it third and 13.
Screen pass. He's got his halfback. Tackle made right around the 24-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. Fourth down.
He's at midfield. Tackle made at the 41. Let's get some points going right now. Not a lot of offense here in the opening quarter.
I'm with you. I'd like to see a lot more offense than we've seen up to this point. Give credit to the defenses, but I think you're going to see both these offensive coordinators get more of a feel for things and start to adjust their play call.
And so far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely to matter. Throws to the tight end, and that ball's incomplete.
That makes it
second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. They'll bring him down at the 42. They don't get back to the line of scrimmage there on the option keeper. A loss of 1. Over the middle to his tailback. And he's level at the 38.
That's a D4 on the play. That brings us 4th and 7.
Connor back deep to return. The punt goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Got to give some applause to the defense. They really came out playing strong today.
Well, you know better than me, Brad. This college football game is about emotion. And to be able to play great defense in the college game, you got to come out and play with your hair on fire. And we've seen that from both of these defenses so far.
This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over. He's tackled at the 10. A nice job by the offensive line, and they pick up a gain of 8.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. Wants it all. Going deep. Missed it.
He put a little bit too much mustard on that throw, and it got away from him.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Go.
And he's going to come up with a sack.
Brad, not only did they give up a sack here, but their quarterback just got hit and hit hard. If I'm an offensive coordinator, or especially an offensive line coach, I'm getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same page, and they've got to take more pride in taking care of their quarterback than that play right there.
Dangerous area to punt out of here. Let's see if they bring the heat. And down he goes at the 41-yard line. They've got to play with some focus and smarts here. They don't want to make a mistake and suddenly find themselves trailing. He heaves it to the end zone. No, incomplete. The pass to his receiver was underthrown, and that would have been an easy 6.
He could have definitely made a better throw than that.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41. Fires it out. He's got an opening. That's a great tackle at the 36.
Bates on the tackle at the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Man left, man left. 2 down. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. He's at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Louisville.
Great job here by the defender breaking on the ball and taking it to the house. Man, those pick sixes can really hurt an offense and have a lasting impact.
He makes the PAT. Louisville to kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Louisville's defense is playing lights out right now and pitching a shutout.
Yeah, I would not be shocked at all to see this defense be able to maintain this. Just the way they're playing, the attitude that they seem to be playing with, if they can maintain the energy and the awareness of this offense, there's a very good shot that they could shut this offense out.
Nice run up the middle.
Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up second and 10.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right?
Now he's scrambling. Now he's going to run, and watch out. He's at midfield. And they make the stop around the 41-yard line. He had all kinds of running room there.
Give credit to the quarterback here, recognizing the coverage and taking off for a big, big gain.
Credit those two defenses in that first quarter, or blame the offenses for a lack of production. The Cardinals lead 7-0. And we're back for more action here in quarter number 2.
Watch the team. Watch the team. Watch the team. Let's go.
Draw here. He fights forward to about the 39. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
That makes it second and 8.
From the 39-yard line. Second down. Tackled for a loss. How about the play of this defensive end?
This is just solid run defense here. They get a great push up front, not allowing the runner to have much room to work with. And at the end, they're able to wrap him up.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. And he's tackled around the 37-yard line.
Sometimes it's not the huge distance, but precision that you need from your punter. Nicely done.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Louisville is up a score. And he makes it out to about the 8-yard line. A 1-yard gain by the halfback.
That brings up second and 9.
It's second and 9. Ball on their own 8. And they finally make the stop at the 48-yard line. So we've got a first down after a great running play. Knock him down for a loss. So the quarterback keeps it on the option, but he'll lose a yard.
That'll bring up second and 12.
Fires out to his wideout. He's at the 30. To the 10, and now he's got room to run. Touchdown, Cards. The wide receiver flew down the field on that touchdown connection.
Well, he has the speed to stretch the defense, and his hands are getting better every single game.
And doesn't it always seem like he just finds a way to get open? And he hits the PAT. A 4-play, 92-yard drive. And the result, 7 points.
You know, you always prepare your offense to think that we're going to have some success. These guys kind of been coming over the sidelines after touchdown saying, man, I didn't expect it to be this easy. Well, this defense has got to be proud of what they've been able to do in this football game so far. Love to see the goose eggs up there for this defense. And the way their offense is playing, this game is really shaping together for this team.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead. And on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. Zipped it out, and that was almost picked off.
Man, I don't know if this quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision. But that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down. Runs it left for a decent gain.
Gaining 4 on the play. Third down.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set. And the defense counters with their dime look. He zips it out to the right. And he's taken down right around the 42-yard line.
The offense caught him flat-footed to convert that 3rd and long. You can tell by the coach's reaction that that is a huge disappointment.
First and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. He makes it to the 42-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Holding offense.
That penalty will move him back a bit.
Yeah, with so many young guys out there, it's bound to happen occasionally.
Fights forward to about the 49.
That'll make it second and long.
It's second down and a long way to go. Ball on their own 49. Now he tries to buy some time. He lost the ball, and it's picked up by one of the linemen. Brought down right around the 46-yard line.
Good thing they got the ball back. That fumble could have really cost them.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. The 10, and they finally push him out at the 7-yard line. A heck of a play by the receiver.
We talk all the time about the emotions of college football. This play was definitely an emotionally charged play. What a way for the wideout to make a statement in this game.
Here they go. 1st and goal, down by a couple of possessions.
Watch the team. Watch the team. Watch the team.
Set. Green 95. Green 95.
And he makes it out to about the 5-yard line.
That brings him second and goal.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Puts it right in his hands. Touchdown.
That'll be a big boost. You always want to capitalize on these short yardage situations, and that pass was an excellent call.
And he converts the extra point. Florida State gets set to kick this one away. Hunter from the 3. Brought down at the 31.
The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
Louisville is up 7. Here's the screen to the wideout. He's taken down at the 32.
Number 32 makes the tackle at the 32-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 9.
From their own 32-yard line. It's 2nd down.
I got one.
And down he goes at the 35.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
The ball is loose. Defense says they've got it, and they do. Tackle at the 32-yard line. And that's exactly what this defense was looking for.
Yeah, that fumble gives these guys some added life. Now let's see if they can capitalize off of it.
Six points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force them into a mistake.
From the 20-yard line, 1st down.
15 to Mike. I got 15.
Here we go.
A yard, if any, there for the halfback.
Gain of 1 yard. That makes it 2nd and
He don't know no better. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
And he is drilled at the 21.
Anytime a running back gets one-on-one with a safety, I think that running back has the confidence in his own athletic ability to be able to make that safety miss and get upfield for some yards. That time, the safety just dominated him, made a great tackle in the backfield for a short loss.
From the 21-yard line, 3rd down. The sub-package in there defensively in this 5-wide receiver set. Quick pass, intercepted.
Really nice cover skills shown here this time. That's exactly what you want to see from your young corners.
Louisville is up by a touchdown. Tackle made at the 17-yard line.
These guys have the capability to gain solid, consistent yardage. They have to regroup, come out a bit more motivated next time.
2 minutes left in the half. He's on the run. And they push him out at the 33. Strike to his receiver, no good.
Handing the intended receiver on the play.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 33. He's under pressure.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 9 was the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
You got nothing. Watch 23. Watch 23.
Going long. The defender had it and then dropped it. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, so they'll have to punt this one away.
The defense held their ground on that play. The quarterback just wasn't able to find any open receivers.
Certainly they don't have the return on here. Oh, excellent punt. Tackle made at the 42. You got a lot of jersey on that play. Not too much argument about this call.
Receiving team.
Made a few guys miss on his way to a quality return.
For a gain of 21 yards.
From their own 42-yard line. 1st down. Throws complete, big loss. That's That's a loss of 4 yards.
That play was sort of out of sync from the start, but you have to also recognize that the defense made a great play. They read it from the get-go.
Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it. He's tackled at the 36-yard line.
Number 25 makes the tackle at the 36-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 36.
Watch your team. Watch your team.
Get him. Get him. Here we go. Queen 90.
They bring the quarterback down.
That's a loss of 10 in the play. That'll make it second and long.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's second and long.
Two down. Mike 51.
Tries to scramble, but he's sacked. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Under heavy pressure. He's going to air it long. Incomplete. Almost picked off. He's going to try to coffin corner this one. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Louisville up 7 points.
Down. 10-20. 10. Hey, set high.
Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The intended receiver on the play.
So it's second and 10. Ball on the 20. He's scrambling. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. Slides down.
Try left. Get the ball. Watch one. Get down. Alert. Cat. Cat, go.
Cooley takes it up the middle. They'll bring him down at the 25-yard line. We've played a half. The Cardinals lead 14-7.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollack here, completely locked in on that first half. Louisville's got the advantage right now, but as we anticipated, these two teams are largely mirror images of each other. Nobody's fooling each other. Both teams have been well scouted, and they do a lot of very similar things, and we've seen evidence of that in the first half.
It's nice to practice against the team every single day that you're playing. Both teams are so used to being great football teams week in and week out, having great players. So when they come on the field, they're used to doing this in practice every single day. It's a close ball game. Which team can take the most body blows? It's been punch after punch after punch. Who can sustain it for the next 30 minutes?
Just about set to start the second half. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see which team has that decided schematical advantage.
And if they can find it, they'll blow holes 3 or 4 axe handles wide. Brad and Kirk will be there to call the second half.
All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. Louisville is up a score. Nice run, and he's brought down.
That'll make it second and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, team.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run. So the halfback gets some decent yards and a first down.
Solid 5-yard pickup. He was almost able to get to the secondary, but as it is, he still manages to move the sticks.
Makes the catch, and look out. That's a great tackle at the 50-yard line.
Wide receiver's role in a play-action pass is to get into position and to hit his spot in timing and rhythm with the quarterback. And that's exactly what they were able to do on this last play. You realize you've got a little bit more time because of the play action, and it gives you more time to get to that point that the quarterback's looking for you to be at. But make sure you do a good job of selling your route and getting in position to give an open target for the quarterback.
That makes it first and 10.
Looking to capitalize on the big run. Now it's first and 10. Quick throw out to the receiver. And they make the stop at the 2.
That makes it first and goal.
Bounces off a would-be tackler.
Really good vision here by the quarterback and a good understanding of where he was on the field. He didn't need much, and he knew he could get it himself.
He makes the PAT. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's tackled at the 23.
Louisville's coaching staff will go out tonight, and I think the offensive coordinator should buy the defensive coordinator his meal.
Well, the defense has been great. There's no doubt about it. But I just think that the offense that they're facing has just been so conservative, so predictable. It's made it very easy for this defense to have a dominant game.
Tackled after a decent pickup.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up second and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Mike 15. Mike 15. Ready.
He lets it fly. Nice catch on that one. That'll push him over the 100-yard mark in receiving.
Well, this guy is such a big part of this offense. If he doesn't get his numbers, they usually don't have much success moving the football.
And the big pickup through the air has made it first and goal. They're in the red zone, but that doesn't necessarily mean points. Last time they got intercepted. Nice run up the middle. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He scrambles. And he can't get away from the pressure. So here we go. It's third and goal from the 3-yard line. And he's taken down around the 1-yard line. He gets it up, and it is good. Florida State ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
It's early in this game, so the defense can still have an opportunity to make some adjustments. But if things don't turn around in a hurry, it's really going to start to affect the psyche of that defensive line.
And he's tackled around the 25-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 25-yard line, it's 2nd down. Has some daylight. Nice run there. They get about 6 yards on the option to the halfback.
That'll bring up 3rd and
4. Brought down to 39-yard line.
Awesome running here on 3rd down. That can bring a lot of confidence to an offense when they can pull that off so successfully.
From their own 39-yard line, it's 1st down. And he's shoved out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
That brings us 2nd and 9.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. I got you, 45.
Hey, check Mike.
Here comes the pressure. Throws out to the running back, no good.
Number 9 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 5.
He's to the 20. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line. If he could start this night all over again, I'm sure he would.
The thing that's standing out to me right now, Brad, is this defense has been so consistent with their pass rush that I'm noticing the quarterback's eyes, instead of looking downfield and reading the defense, he's actually looking down at the pressure and is more concerned about that than making the proper read.
It's been a performance filled with flaws, but when you're on the road, you can't expect perfection. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Scrambling around. He's wrapped up for the sack.
That's a loss of 7 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 9.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation.
Watch your team. Watch your team. Watch your team.
Once and all, going deep. And it's intercepted by the senior cornerback.
Well, he was facing a big pass rush. The ball had no chance of being caught by one of his teammates. That's what pressure will do for any defense.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. Quick throw, picked off. He's taken down at the 49. A well-timed interception there.
Well, they're still down by a couple of scores, but the turnover certainly helps their chances. If they score on this drive, they're right back in the game.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. Gives it left side. Knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Gain of 5 yards. That brings him 2nd and 5.
Pitches back. He's pushed out of bounds around the 43-yard line. 3rd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the 1st down. tries to buy some time. And down he goes at the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 14 on the play. First down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Ready.
Passes, and it's almost picked off. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Deep ball, laying it out there. And this will be caught. Touchdown.
This offense just has so many weapons to defend. They've got some genuine playmakers.
And he tacks on the extra point. A nice 5-play, 49-yard drive. And a touchdown as a result.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
He's taken down at the 27-yard line.
Louisville's shown that they can score points. We can see that, but it has not been pretty at all in the third quarter.
Well, they just seem to have gone cold here in the third quarter. And if they can get a big play on defense or special teams, maybe that'll possibly ignite these guys.
Their last drive ended with an interception. We're about to find out what the defense can do this time.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Louisville is up 4. He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
He has some room. He takes it right side for a good gain.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. And he tackles him hard at the 42-yard line. At about the 27-yard line.
That's good enough for Louisville. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 27. Straight up the middle, and he'll lose yardage.
Called a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
He's tackled at about the 29-yard line. Florida State's really excited to watch this guy grow with this defense. That was his first tackle, but I guarantee you he's got hundreds more coming. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Louisville holds a 4-point lead. Here they come. Wants to throw outside. Got his tight end touchdown. Kirk, that was a beautiful pass and a nice catch.
Well, this is one of those plays you just sit back and admire. The quarterback threw the ball perfectly. And again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
And boy, did he ever show some reflexes to snag that thing after it was tipped. And he converts the extra point. It was an 8-play, 74-yard drive, and the result, 7 points. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator made it a priority to put some pressure on this quarterback.
This aggressive defense has enjoyed multiple sacks tonight. If it wasn't for the solid efforts of this defense, they might not have a 2-possession lead. The quarterback is on his way back onto the field, and he led a great drive last time out.
Mike 51.
Tackle made at the 23-yard line.
The offensive line needs to do a better job of not only handling the defensive linemen, but getting up to the linebackers. That way the ball carriers will have a little bit more room to get to that second level.
It's not over yet, folks. We head to the fourth quarter. 28-17, Louisville. Into the fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action.
Roger. Hey, Mike 51. We ain't giving them nothing.
He's going to air it long.
The defense always likes to see a pass broken up, but getting the turnover would have been really big.
From their own 23-yard line. Third down. Well, they've got the lead, and they come up with a big stop, and it looks like they're going to get the football back. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. Flares it in. Almost had it intercepted. Not sure about that play call as they fail on fourth down. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. And they get nice yardage on that run. So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. One play, and he'll lose yards.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Check. Disco Raver.
They'll bring him down at about the 19-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He fights forward to about the 10.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
So we're looking at another third down here.
I got you, 45. Hold that. Bring down.
He makes it out to maybe the 7-yard line. Fights forward to about the 7.
No gain. That brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Ball on the 7. they make the stop around the 9-yard line.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That makes it 3rd and goal.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
False start, offense.
It'll be 3rd down again after that penalty.
Yeah, now they have more yards to pick up for the first down.
From the 14-yard line, 3rd down. He's got to throw it in a hurry. No one open, so he's going to run. And he's taken down around the 13-yard line. He scrambled and maybe picked up a yard there.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Kicks up, and he's got it. Well, that one looked like it was going to be wide, but he put it inside the upright.
Yeah, he squeaked that one in, and he didn't have much more than a couple of inches to spare.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. They line up to kick this one away. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. They went for it on 4th down on their last possession and weren't successful.
Hey, Brad, remember the last time this offense came out of the field? Of course, they went for it on 4th down. Sometimes it drives me crazy when we call all these games, and these guys out here go for it all the time on 4th down. Here's a message. If it's longer than 4th and 5, just consider a field goal or a punt.
So we'll have 1st and 15 after the penalty. And he's level at the 23. Brought down at the 49-yard line. Oh, that was one beauty of an option by that quarterback.
No question. There was no hesitation whatsoever. Once he saw that hole, he turned it upfield and left everybody in the dust.
From their own 49-yard line. 1st down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Set, green 95.
He makes his way to about the 38.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Larry. Right, let's go. Hey, Mike's 15, Mike's 17.
And he's sacked.
The smart quarterbacks and offensive linemen have a really unique relationship. A quarterback should take care of his offensive lineman. But after that play and that hit, you really got to be wondering what kind of relationship this quarterback and his offensive lineman have after that.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. And he's tackled at the 50. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. And that one's incomplete. And they sack him on 4th down. And so now the ball's turned over on downs. So they're just about set to get the game going again. Brought down right around the 34.
That's a deep line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. Just under 3 to go in regulation.
Go!
He makes his way out to about the 25.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Nice run up the middle. Cooley comes away with 5 yards on the carry. From the 20-yard line. 2nd down. Just throws this one away. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's taken down around the 12-yard line.
This is a quarterback who trusts his receivers, and he knows they can make plays. It's like those two were playing catch out there.
The counter. Tackled after decent pickup. 7 yards there on that bit of misdirection. 2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Louisville! And that rushing touchdown should put this one away, Kirk. And he hits the PAT. Louisville kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. Just under 2 minutes in the game. Quick out to his receivers. And down he goes around the 34-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's go!
The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start. Offense.
Maybe he got the cadence wrong coming out of the huddle. The coaches have a low threshold for mistakes like that.
From their own 29-yard line. It's 2nd down.
I got 15. Set. Green 19. Green. Check, check. Hammerhead.
He wants it all. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 51. Mike 51. Ready.
And he is drilled at the 29-yard line. Screen pass. He's got his halfback. That's a great tackle at the 39.
Check, check. 98 Weasel. 98 Weasel. Here we go. Green 88.
He scrambled. Tackle around the 39-yard line. They need to do a better job of managing the clock here.
You're right, Fred. Not only was that a horrible play in terms of yards picked up, but also, as you mentioned, in terms of all the time that may be wasted.
The spike will stop the clock. From their own 39-yard line, it's 3rd down. Under a minute left. Scrambling around. And he hits him hard at the 48-yard line. Spikes the ball. From the 14-yard line. 2nd down. pass complete and taken down immediately. And he stops the clock with a spike.
Roger, Roger. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right?
Ready!
So a fourth down stop there late in the fourth quarter, and that should do it. And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
And the quarterback's going to take a knee to drain this clock and any hopes the opposition may have had. And that should do it. Our final tally in this one, 38-17, Cardinal. Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nussler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.